Let's talk watches. Well, I hope you guys, it's exactly 10 o'clock. And I hope you got on your favorite piece, or at least a piece that you absolutely love. And a cup of coffee. Because we're about to get in, right? Okay, so today's episode is inspired by a number of things. A few days ago, I was watching James. Right, he had an episode about grill pieces. One was, what was it? I can't remember the title, but I remember him saying he had his grill piece in his collection. Right, so I think that's a great question. You know, while we're chasing that next high, the next watch, do you happen to have a grill piece? Hey, do you happen to have your grill piece or a grill piece in your collection that you consider a grill? Your definition will vary, most definitely. Had to get some H2O. What's up? Man, my bro, Tony Whitey's in the building. So we're going to treat this episode, and I'm going to do my wrist check here in a little bit. I'm going to treat this a little different today because this is one of the watches I want to talk about. But we're going to treat today's episode like the first day of school after winter break, and you get to do show and tell, so you can show all the kids what type of toys, what Santa or mom and dad, what did they get you, right? So in this case, I have been gifted some of these watches. Some of them came on a great discount. Some were just purchased out of love. One of which I'm going to show that just has so much memory and history, and it means a lot to me. Not so much the rest of the world, but to me it means a lot. As I'm getting prepared, I could have just did a Seiko show, because I went from having no Seikos. The last Seiko I had before I started collecting Seikos again was 2004 was the last Seiko I had. Really nice watch. All right, so let's see. And if anybody that tried to call me, I got you. I see you. Because I had somebody be like, hey, I see you going live. I'm going to call you. Haha, I got you. I got you. Okay. We got a number of people in the building, man. Appreciate you guys for being here. But let's jump into the watch of the hour, which is it's an Invicta 1953. Now this watch, I have it is really loose because I was doing push-ups. So I got it really loose. And this on that one pass strap Max that was a part of Watch Crunch. He does these, and I actually got this strap from Mr. Santana, Scarlett Santana. Now this watch in particular, 1953 Invicta. I like the colorway, and I got it 40 millimeter. It's NH35 in there, so it is a ghost position in it. But this watch, when I got it, I just love the font. I love what it represents. So it's an enjoyable timepiece, and I'm a Pro Diver fan. So let's dive into today's. Let me see what you got. Welcome in, Small Fingers. And I know my man, everybody, also, go ahead and put down in the chat, because we're going to be talking about like the watch journey and are you enjoying your watches and stuff like that. Because one thing I do know is when you tune into all of the different publications, right, YouTube has a wealth of knowledge when it comes to watches. And there's some boys and girls out there that's putting out some heat. They're wowing us with all of the different stuff. Like one of the main topics for the past week or the past four or 5 days was the Omega Railmaster, and I'm not sure how many people went out, or I don't even, is it available? I'm not sure if it's even available. If it is, I'm sure people went out and bought it. And regardless of the tariffs, people are still buying, right? I'm still talking to ADs, and they're like, hey, look, sales are actually doing pretty good. People are still buying, people are still enjoying. But I got a question for you. Are you really enjoying your collection, or are you searching for the next high? And I asked that because I was looking over my collection last night, and I thought to myself, I have some stuff in my collection that I haven't enjoyed in a while, and I want to share one. And we're going to go to Invicta first. This right here, we just left. Y'all know in May the 4th be with you, right? And that right there is a classic. This watch has so much history to it, man. Not only is it a number limited piece, Invicta lost their contract with Star Wars as well. I think who are these sponsors anymore? They don't have Jason Taylor. They don't have Shaq. I can't remember, but I know they have a few still. They still own glycine, but this watch right here was a cruise exclusive. And it wasn't exclusive, it was just for me. I'm just calling it exclusive for me. I bought this watch for the first cruise I went on, which was the 2018 Invicta cruise. And this was one of my purchases for that cruise. And this means the world because that cruise, in my book, was one of the best cruises I've ever been on, period, man. You talking about over 2,000 just hyper, just crazy watch enthusiasts, man. It's like, it was wild. I had a great time. Loved it. No, they don't have Jason Taylor anymore. It's over with. It's over with, bro. Like, he's not under the Invicta banner anymore. They lost a lot, though. Hold up, let me see. And I know I did get I received a picture this morning from a watch enthusiast that showed me his Shaq Diamonds, Pave Diamond, man. And I was like, bro, I can't even mess with it, man. These people out here and they watches, bro. I'm telling you. Christopher White, what's going on? Yeah, welcome, man. 6%. Nah, that's fine. Can't stay long. I know you at the doctor. I appreciate you coming in. Welcome, man. You guys, man, put down in the chat what you. Thank you. See that? Breakfast is served. Yep, always got to pray over your food. You should. Bless your food. Now, this is, like I said, this is dating back to 2018. And it has an NX35 in it. As you can see right there, it got Star Wars number limited. They only made 1977 of these, 1,977 of these watches. And the interesting thing is, I understand that there's a group of people that do not like Invicta on the platform, and that's fine. That's okay. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinions. People have a preference, but with that preference, are you enjoying your watches, or are you buying, or are you dissatisfied? There's so many different watches to choose from, right? So I want to show you one that not only am I enjoying, but I actually switched it up. The first ball watch that I've ever purchased, but I took the bracelet off and threw the strap on just for weight purposes. So this strap is actually pretty dope. Now I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to take the strap off and I'm going to put a FKM rubber on this one just to see, because this one, because I sweat a little more in this, so I don't want to get it real funky and stuff like that, man. So I'm going to get the FKM rubber and see if there's a difference. I could just I'm not going to do it. I could use this. Because this one's actually bigger. That's 20. This is a 22. So yeah, that's a 20 millimeter. Trapper is a dealer in dope. A dope dealer. Man, DK, I know you ain't talking. What you been putting out lately? No. I'm not taking that from you. Because you've been putting out some heaters lately. What's up, Thelonious? But here's the deal, though. Here's the deal. Is don't get it twisted. I absolutely love the advertisement. I love when people, the YouTubers, the Instagram people, and TikTok has been going nuts on this. They are clamoring over, I guess they call it the fall of Rolex, right? Saying Rolex is really not Swiss made. It's Japanese made or made in China sweatshop or whatever they talking about. It's funny how they go back and forth in doing that. But the biggest thing that how many people are really enjoying their watches. You know, unless you follow some of these people on Instagram, because I know like Watch Chris, he posts stuff. Chisholm Hunter, he does things, and I like his because of the like he's the photographer, so you'll see a lot of wild scenes. You know, he's up, man. He got to have a drone because his shots are crazy. But it looks like he's enjoying the watch, right? That's the one thing. It's like the one element. It's like when you have somebody just showing you the watch, and like you on to the next high, next high, next high. How much of this are you actually getting to enjoy? I'm gonna show you a watch that I wear this to church, and I dress up a bit. I found out about this company during Shop HQ days some years back, and I've shown this watch before. This is a Constantine Weiss, and it's German. It's a German brand. It's an affordable German brand. Now they do have some expensive pieces, man. They got tourbillons, they got all kind of stuff, man. But that's what it looks like. This is mechanical wound timepiece. Hold on, let's see here. Get this thing cracking. All right. So y'all can see that. I can see y'all through the screen. But this is it's a really nice watch, man. I like the way the lugs are too. And actually, let me see. I didn't bring it out. I have another watch with lugs similar to this. And it's not bad. It's not a bad watch, man. And this cost me about $100. So, and you know, Glasuit has a watch that has sort of a case back front to it. So for $100, I got a manual wind watch. And you can see here's the name right there. Look at that back. That's the name of it right there. Stamped. It's really nice, man. You have to go to their website now because Shop HQ is no more. Yes, I did see that San Martin chrono. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, sir. Not that you'll ever need it, but find me another 200-meter auto chrono. You can't. You can't. You got a sapphire crystal on the way, really. Oh. Hold on, let me see. In-store shops. Man, and watches be nice, bro. Nerd with swag, what's going on, man? Put a strap on my Raymond Wild diary and change the watch. Gave it new life. Are we enjoying, man? Are we enjoying, man? You know what? I got a new story. I have a new story. And I do, you know, there are some people that watch, and I do respect your opinions. There are some people that watch the channel that they're not really into the journey part. They don't feel like, hey, you just buying watches, there's no journey to it. And I respect your thoughts on that. You know, I really do. You know, and I end that statement. But there are some people that absolutely buy watches. It's a journey for them. There's like different milestones. There's different things that they celebrate. People get hype over these watches, man. So before this year, I never knew about Bernhardt watches. I showed this watch. I actually saw it twice. Once in DC, the other one in Chicago, and then I made the purchase. I actually had Mike on, and you know he works at Bernhardt. Was a customer, turned to a photographer. Now he works with the company. You know, but I'm gonna tell you what happened the other day. For those that follow me on Watch Crunch, you know where this watch went, right? So let me explain something to you. I'm gonna actually have to bring both of them out. Two watches that I adore. This one. Do you have like of all the watches that you have in your collection? Are there watches that you will never get rid of? Like they're non-negotiable. Even if you sold them, you can repurchase them later on in life. But like it's just like nah. That's this for me. Like this one never. I just couldn't. I just couldn't. But anyway, so baby girl comes over, my grandbaby, and I'm like, hey, baby, and we playing and watching her show and stuff like that. So I come and sit back on the couch. I have my 5-slot watch roll, And she turns around, look at me, seeing if I was looking at her watching TV, but she saw me looking down, so she's like, oh, she know what time it is. She walks over and she points at the watch roll, like for me to unzip it, open it up, and she said, wow. She pretty much remembers the watches that I gravitate towards, so she passed over all the watches, plus I got watches around too. She didn't go to any of those. She picked this one up first because the last time she saw this watch, it had a black leather strap on it. So that red really got her attention. But this one is the one, this that retro world. She picked that watch up and she said, Paw. She wanted me to put it on her. So I did. Put it on her wrist and she looked down at my phone and she wanted to do a wrist shot, man. Cause bro, like she pays attention to what I do. And I just thought the world of that, man. So this one right here, especially, this is another one now. This is the newest. Is this the newest watch I have? Technically, well, the newest one that I purchased. I actually have some other pieces that that you guys will see. I think I said this the other day. I'm having a G-Shock day. Yeah, nothing but G-Shock. Let's see here. What's up, Oscar? I'm in and out. I'm at the gym. Getting in. Okay. Hey, bro. I'm on push-ups, man. Get it in, bro. I'm not turning my bull side upside down. You're a freak. You're a freak, bro. Hey man, somebody put they both feet in this man. Food's normally good. Today, oh yeah, they killed it. Wow. They put some extra in there or something. I don't know what it is. Seasoned to perfection. Now, I'm gonna talk about this watch right here. Who in the chat has purchased a Phoebus watch before? Now, this is an older watch, and I haven't brought this watch out in a while, but I still wear it. I actually went and bought a shirt that matched that. I got a shirt and I got 2 pairs of shoes to match this watch. That's how much I liked it. And hold up. Great action. Nope, I'm talking about zero play. Now, I'm going to tell you the elements I loved about this watch. When I saw that orange seconds hand, it reminded me of, doggone, what was it? Squale. And then if you look at the textured dial, I really like that. But the loom on it is great. It's sandwiched. It's a sandwich dial, Panerai. And I think it was a great watch, man. You know, and this is a Phoebus Islander combo. It's a collaboration. And I think there was a few people that actually, you know, reviewed this watch. I'll let you see the case back. But this is a watch that I normally take on vacation with me. Because this thing, it looks good, you know, here stateside, just, you know, every day doing your thing. But when you go on vacation, this thing turns into a beast because that sunlight, I'm telling y'all, when you go on vacation, there's a certain, man, especially this a Lido deck killer, bro. You go on a Lido deck with whatever shoes that you have on to match this, man, oh my gosh. You know, people do notice. I think on cruise ships, there are certain people that wrist check. Now I know generally we talk about that, like when you out just every day, people not wrist checking. They're not gonna wrist check. On a cruise, people like, man, what is that, yo? What is that? And I'm like, yeah, bro, this Phoebus is, man, and they got the best loom, man. Some of the best loom in the business. And it's not gonna break the bank. That's the other thing too. I like it's inexpensive. Robert Wood is in the building. Good morning. Welcome in. Everybody hit that thing. Yes, sir, please. House of X is in the building. What's going on? Thank you guys for being here. Oh, singing. All right, we have to take a dad joke break. What's the easiest building to lift? A lighthouse. I'll drink to that. Lighthouse. Why did the Energizer Bunny go to jail? He was charged with battery. I gotta take a bite of my food for that one. Here comes the scene, y'all. You know what? Let's see. There you go. JC watching the building. What's happening? JC Watch is, and I love seeing that, man, with the Zellos sign. I love seeing the Zellos. And I didn't bring the Zellos out with me today. Okay, so moving on with my show and tell, I have just a couple more watches I'm gonna show you guys, man, that I think is really special. One of which I think was really dope. And for those that don't know, I'm not real big on gold watches. I'm just not. However, there are exceptions to the rule, and this was one. I've shown this watch many times before, but when I tell you guys, I have to tell you this. I've never enjoyed a dress watch or a dressy watch as much as I wore this watch so much, and I wear this watch so much, where I'm like, I just love looking down on it, man. Like, look at, it's like tapestry. Oh, man, Monkey. So no, it's all good, man. Thank you, man, for the super chat, man. I appreciate that. But this Seiko, and I have a number of Seiko. I kind of went nuts on Seiko over the past, in a year's time. I went from having, like I said, no Seikos to having 1 or 2 to like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and counting. When I get another Seiko, if I can help it, I won't get another Seiko. I mentioned this before, but they do put out some fire stuff, man. And this one is no exception. This was a sample. This was a Seiko sample. And this one didn't have an actual movement in it, but the movement was placed in there, and it runs great. The bracelet is cool, and the other thing too is I'm gonna switch this out for a leather. I'm looking for the right one. I want the bumpy leather, man, like ostrich or something like that. But and I don't mind spending the money on the leather for this one, because this watch, phenomenal, man. You know, just Seiko did his thing. Now I saw, what was it? I was looking at a review of this watch. Somebody reviewed this watch, and they said the downside to this watch is it didn't have loom on it. And I'm like, quit! You don't have to put loom on everything. Gosh, loom does not need to go on everything, man. This thing don't need to have like this deep water resistancy and all the other stuff, man. This is a beautiful watch, though. And then, like, for the low, Seiko did a great job on this one. So this was one that I just really enjoyed. Man, this is like my favorite gold watch in the whole wide world. Yeah, that gold tone is sick, man. I like this watch. I know, yeah, leather. That's it, man. Yeah, the leather that I want for this one. Yeah, I definitely. That's my goal for this watch. I don't have it just yet, but I will acquire that. I dream to be that wrist of yours. Get out of here, bro. Not with what I saw what you got on today. You got on some heat. Like the cut out road on that Seiko. Yeah, that thing is dope, man. All right. Who do you call the queen in the oceans? Mermaids. Woo! Boy, Sing got a million of them. Mm-hmm. That's San Martin? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here's my thing. While we're on the topic of just enjoying what you have, man, it's hard though. It's hard. You know, it's like the journey of watch collecting, if you consider it a journey, I do not regret. And I was a impulse buyer, man. There was so much I was buying, boom, 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 just right after another, right after another. And people that's in the chat right now can attest to it because I've been on like on the phone with folks, you know, on Instagram with people. Like we're watching the shows and we're ordering watches. We're talking about what we're purchasing. We're purchasing watches as a unit. You know, like it was, and I appreciate that part of watch collecting, horology, if you will. I love that part because I get to meet people. I get to travel. We went down to Georgia. I've been in New York, you know, and that was the first time I went to New York, actually. And I've always wanted to go to New York, but who would have thought that it took a watch and going to see watch collectors to actually get me out to New York. So that's the one thing that, you know, and again, not this particular piece, but the company itself, Invicta, was the one company that got me to travel a lot to go see, you know, new watches, going to the stores, seeing how people interact with stuff, man. So the journey, man, yes, it's been a journey. It's a journey for me. And I get to upload all my experiences right here on YouTube. I'm glad someone is making use of Peacock 4801 movement and something. That's not a Daytona homage. Yeah. And let me switch gears a little bit. Thelonious, you know what? And I'm gonna say this to the whole chat and anybody that's watching. I absolutely enjoy homage pieces for what they represent. Because, you know, there's people that know that they'll never be able to get that watch because of where they are, or they don't consider it to be that important, but they like the style. But I do like the thought process and a company making a watch that's not so much a homage to something. So again, I will even say like Phoebus, and I don't have an example of Aragon, but Phoebus and Aragon are two companies that I consider they're dive watches. And you can't say that this watch is a direct connection to a Submariner or a Tudor or anything like that. It's just not. It has elements that will point to multiple watches that around the industry. That this thing, I mean, just the whole makeup. That's the one thing, you know, and making use of some of these movements that like you really want in a watch. Man, I applaud them, man. I love when people come up with their own designs, man. Homage watches are for the people. Because collected luxury watches is so silly, it's great that homage watches exist for everyone. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Is like you do get to enjoy it. You do get to enjoy it. And I like the entire thing. And that's the one thing, you know, another reason why I did this live is, you know, I think that's a legitimate question. Are you really enjoying your collection? Or are you to the next high? Or are you like, because I've purchased for hype before. I have, man, you know, like hype over function. You know, I bought a few watches and they just didn't fit my lifestyle. I got it because I'm like, fear of missing out is there. I was like, oh man, I gotta get that. It's like this, I was on the hype train, boy. I was like, ooh, getting it. Ooh, let me get that. Ooh, let me get that. Ooh, let me get that. And then next thing you know, this goes back to when me and Skylar was doing that show just the other day. Was it Sunday? What's today? Tuesday? Yeah, so just a few days ago, we did this show about, you know, make your mistakes. You have to make your mistakes, right? And I understand. I look at it like this, and I don't, you know, I'm not doubling back on what I said. I do. I feel like there's YouTubers that have gatekeeping personalities. That's their persona here, you know, and I don't care how nice they are. I don't care how skilled or gifted or how clean their videos look. You're promoting the luxury. You're promoting high end. You know, I just looked at several videos right after this. I mean, right after me and Santana was up, several videos popped up, you know, and there was nothing less than $5,000 that was being shown on the screen. again, I can appreciate, you know, high luxury. But, dude, there's people like, imagine even if you did try to attain that watch because you feel like you're gonna miss something. And just imagine you go and you say, you know what, I want the Omega Speedy. I want a Speedy. What I gotta do, you sell off some of your watches, you work some overtime, you save, you do some stuff, you make some investments, you do whatever you gotta do, and then like, let's say a month, 6 months to like 8 months, you finally got enough money to get this thing, or maybe a year. Because I saw somebody told a story that it took him 2 years to get the Rolex he wanted. You finally get that watch, you got it home, and you're like, oh man, I want to post it, I want to share it. The next YouTuber that goes live, I'm going to be like, yo, I finally got this. But when you get it and you got it on your wrist, you're like, maybe underwhelming. Because your taste is in what you've been collecting at a lesser price. You're like, shoot, man, I just dropped 10 grand on this thing. You know what I'm saying? And then you like, if you think about it, you go and sell it or try to sell it, and you're like, well, let me go to an AD. You know, I've heard these people saying, like, there's even a commercial, like, investing in watches in 2025 is like the best thing to do or whatever, man. And you go and try to sell this watch off, and they're like, oh, yeah, we'll buy it and sell it. Or you're trying to trade it off to somebody else. Sure, I'll give you $5,500 for it right now. You're like, $5,500? Wait a minute, I just paid 10 grand for this. Bro, I'm gonna need at least 10,000 back, or at least 9. Can I get 9,000 back? Oh, 9 grand? No, I couldn't possibly give you 9 grand. 55. I tell you what, I'll do 58. Make it like 5,800 deal, right? We got a deal. I saw one of the man. It was gross, man. This guy sold his 007 Seamaster. Bro, he got, was it 3 grand? No, 2,700. It was just under $3,000. Now this was like, I was there during the whole thing. Of course I didn't record it. I wasn't gonna record that, but I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, bro, you got what? And that was at an AD. And of course, I've never sold at an AD. They got to make so much money on the watch anyway, but he paid 10 grand for that watch. I don't know how long he had it, but he paid 10 grand. And all he got less than $3,000 for it. Nope. Can't do it. Let's see. Who is in the chat? I'm really enjoying my collection. Keep mine because I enjoy the art of collecting. Nothing wrong with that. San Martin, you prefer? I would say at this point, San Martin, because what they've been doing, bro, yeah, they do. Like, yeah, they got to have some original designs at this point. They flex that muscle enough to where they're good on doing homages. In fact, that's from one company. I was like, if you're gonna really get a homage piece, and you want that thing to like really, just the quality is there, man. San Martin is the truth, man. That's all I can say. San Martin is the absolute truth. I dig San Martin. I have them in my collection as well. Thank you. Hold on, let me read some more of the chat real quick because I'm behind. I'm in trouble now. It's Starbucks. Because watches are men's jewelry. There will be classism. It's just the way it is. You can't escape it. Yeah, spending a lot on watches isn't comfortable for everyone. Why don't you go to the stadiums to go? I do. So I have some other stores that I'm going to that I'm visiting in my state. Love my wrist candy. Hold on, let me rejoice. Love my wrist candy. I prefer to have many watches in my box to enjoy. Buying one ultra luxury watch is boring. One watch in the box. LOL. Yeah, I don't regret the decisions I made. It actually helped forge who I am now, man, as a collector, man. And I still love fun. I love having fun collecting. I love swapping stories. I like having those pieces that are one-offs, or it wasn't as popular, so people like, You know, like, yeah, I like it, but I prefer that. Like, that's cool. That's why it's on my wrist. Yeah. Watches are not investments unless you are money laundering. I only sold 2 watches in recent years to Soul PRX because it wasn't getting wrist time. Understandable. The other one was your BB58 to upgrade to new 41 millimeters. Sold my Invicta's, but that was years ago. I hear that saying. So do I. I miss mine as well. I'm sure San Martin pissed the luxury snobs off. They do, and doesn't. It really don't matter, man. Because there's a community, man. Like, you think about it, bro. Just like the car clubs, man. Like, you got Corvette, you got Camaro, then you got your tuners, people that got the customized whips. It is what it is. That AliExpress community, huge. I don't particularly care for selling watches because for this simple fact, if I'm selling a watch, right, and I have a price that I think is reasonable, right? So if I said I wouldn't sell it, but like say for instance, I said, hey, I want $80 for this watch. Man, bro, you know what I'm saying? I was thinking more like 25, man. No, bro, I don't feel like going through all that. I don't want to do the dance, man. So I priced my watches when I did sell them. I priced them somewhere to where I was like, man, if you refuse this, something wrong with you. You just, yeah. Sandeep, good morning. India's in the building, man. I absolutely love the fact that people from India is watching this. When I go into my analytics, and there's like this little quiz thing they ask me, like, hey, what do you think is your most watched video? Or they'll ask, where is the second largest view count coming from? And I hit the C button, which was India. Of course, I don't get nothing but like celebrations. So India, people from India are watching more. So I appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate you taking time with your boy, man. This is beautiful. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Same here, Trap. I hate selling watches. I'll gift them. Yeah, that's the thing too. I agree, Trap. The snob's opinion does not matter. Yeah, and for some people it does, man, because watches have always been a status symbol. Always. But we can't get away from that, man. And you can't get away from the history of watches, man. You can't get away from like Patek. Like Patek has an interesting history, right? You got a Polish refugee. He was military. Won the war, won the fight, lost the war, come out trying to establish this watch because that's his passion. Didn't work out with the first partner, and then he had to go like growing pains just to get this company up and running. And then when you get it, like, we got it. Then you die, and then the family takes over, and then like now you have a brand that is so synonymous with quality and high luxury. And I like Patek, man. Patek, however you want to pronounce it. I enjoy their pieces. I love their buckles. The watch is amazing, man. Watchmaking at its finest. But that's just one of so many different watch companies. And also, I'm gonna take a term out of Scholar's page. The web-based brands, watches that's primarily showcased on the internet, period. Now I know we can call them micro brands, which I get it, or independents, but yeah, there's a lot of web-based brands out there that people should know about because it may be in your hometown. That's another part of the enjoyment you should be having when you collecting these watches, man. It's like, hey, wait a minute, I'm from Chicago. There's a couple of companies here from Chicago. There was one I just found out about. I can't remember the name of it. Somebody just showed me an example of it. Really nice watch. They're a little bigger. That's one that I know Invicta collectors will love, because I'll say Invicta has a lot of displaced customers right now because of how, like, you go from showcasing and bringing people along for this journey and making it exciting to have an Invicta watch, not just one, but multiple versions of whatever lineup that you like, and then it just ceases to exist. So you got a lot of displaced collectors you know, and people like they go to Aragon, of course. Aragon is a beautiful company to go to, man. And I mean beautiful because customer service is on point, the quality is on point, the design language is different from anything else, and they are collectible because of affordability. But then he has some nice movements. He dabbles. It's Swiss. He dabbles in high end, like the high beat. So you like mechanical. So you can get something out of some of these the companies that are more affordable for you. Let's see. The shout out to India Trap. I thank you for the price you gave me on the watch I bought off you. No problem, bro. I love and respect your advice. Thank you. Been to India in the 70s. Love the country, especially the food. Yes, bro. I had a lady from India make us some food when I was in Iraq. Woo. Mm-hmm. Fire. Once I won my first Rolex, I must admit I did feel success as an ML. Hey, I ain't mad at you. Love or hate the brand, love or hate the way it's being, you know, showcased. There is a story, and that's one thing I will give people credit for. The way, depending on how they market these watches, depending on how each YouTuber, and who wouldn't, if you have, I'm gonna say this, from 25,000 all the way to 1 million subscribers, why not use your status to promote and push some of these watches, man? But I'm just saying, like, at times I'm like, hey, you know what? It'd be good to show the lifestyle of these watches, man. Like, how would you apply these watches? I just find that, so I have to search and see what channels, because I do like seeing different examples. You know, like, I'm like, you know what? That's interesting. I would have never seen that watch in that setting before. I thought about having that watch in that setting. It was like, something I like to do. I'm gonna go. Let me go try that out. And I've purchased watches based off of what I think they'll, you know, hold up with. For example, this right here. I've been holding on to this watch. Snowflake, custom made at Kokomo. This is something else that they do. I looked at this watch so many times before I bought it, and I know they regulate and everything. The loom is great, man. Screw down crown. It like, who cares about the specs? I love the way it looks. That skeletonized snowflake. Okay, loom. I mean, the loom is decent on the hands. It does the job. You know what I'm saying? But I like the watch. This watch is, I'm going to wear it today, too. I'm going to wear this to work. Today, truck day, so I'm going to wear this to work. Hump day. I love the fact that, boom, that push button. This watch, man, is perfect for me, right? No such thing as a perfect watch, Trap. Yeah, it's my journey. I'm calling it perfect. I feel the same way about watches as I do car parts. Yes, I prefer forged wheels and high quality parts, but if all you can swing is some cheaper cast wheels and no name eBay parts, there you go. Being in the hobby is what's most important, in my opinion, not the amount you spent. Okay, all right, Vic. If you're still here, I'll let you, bro. It's like once you get that first Rolex, it's like you're walking around with the gold bubble around your head. Like an old religion. Hey, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. When they open that green box, I swear I hear birds chirping and the Jesus glow came from the box. I'm done with you, bro. I'm done with you, man. But that's how they promote Rolex. That's how I see it. Like, yo, you get a Rolex, man, you have made it. You accomplished. That's just the world we live in.
Hello. Good, how are you?
I have 3 solar power watches. Absolutely dig them. Best believe it. Yes, sir. I have a watch that I made a purchase at one of my favorite ADs, and I was forwarded the opportunity of getting something from his, like, he has an estate section, and look at that right there. G-Shock Action, from Trifecta. I believe he still has another one there too, all black. But I had to get that sand desert color, like that military drab to it. No, it's, you know what? I will. I'll pay for another one. I know, right? Look at that. I'm talking about, I could just throw this thing into a bus right now. I love that. I love that about G-Shock, man. This is just amazing watch, man. Gosh. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I like it. I like it. But yeah, I got this from Trifecta. Same day I got the Boulevard timepiece. Facts though, Rolex is a little nasty, snobby business, by the way. The culture has put them on the pedestal, literally, mentally brainwashed me, LOL. Hey, you know what? You know, the beauty about the watch scene is the way that some people feel about Rolex is the way people feel about Movado, the way they feel about Citizen. And I know this is because when I was selling jewelry, there were people that came in and said, hey, I got to get a Citizen because my great-grandfather had one, my grandfather had one, my dad had one, my uncle had several. I have to get a Citizen. That is the family business right there. You have to get a Citizen. So we went through and picked out the Citizen for him, and you should have saw the look on this man's face, man. He paid like, what, $300, $400, $400 maybe, on his Citizen timepiece, and you couldn't tell him nothing. You'd have thought that he had the green box. And that's the beauty. Same thing with Movado. And I just saw them. We're going to be going to a spot. Matter of fact, I'm going to fall through. And Abby, if you're watching, I'm coming out to your dealership. Oh yeah, we coming. I want people to know about Smith Jewelers, you know, and we're gonna be talking Movado when I get out there. And I want you guys to see, you know, because I understand that in this is an enthusiast. There are a lot of people that stray away from, you know, the Movados. They stray away from their fashion pieces, but there's people that gravitate towards it. They absolutely love their fashion pieces, man. And who are we to criticize them? Yeah. I mean, it's not gonna go in your collection, so you know it is what it is. After that Rolex, I felt like I had to earn more profits. It really bossed me up. I got a Fossil watch, rose gold strap. See, he got a Fossil. 10 out of 10 baddie. I started to invest more aggressively because my knowledge is getting there. I could spend that money on a watch. I could invest in a company like Buffett. There you go. Go G-Shock. That's right. Desert. Yes, sir. I have, man, Citizen crazy. I'm up to 7. Man, Citizen is, man, did y'all see that short I put out? Man, when I got a chance to literally put a Series 8 Citizen in my hand, oh, man, there's so much to that watch. Now, when I double back and get back out to PA Jewelers, that's where they are. There's one thing that I found out is the people that have Series 8, it's just like any dealership that's authorized to sell them, this like very slim in between, right? Like they don't just send that to anybody. And then there is a Citizen that they only send out to smaller ADs, which he happens to be one of the smaller ADs. He has a watch in there that you can't get anywhere else. We're going to look at that if it's still there. If it's still there, we're going to check it out. Why did the watch apply for a job? Because it wanted to make every second count. I'm going to have to refill my coffee. You're killing me. I greatly appreciate you saying, man. I love that part. I love that part, bro. Come on. When did that's what I say to the belt. Mercy. Why did the man sit on his watch? He wanted to be on time. See, he killing me. I tried to fix my broken watch, but I just couldn't find the time. Lord have mercy. This is a good one. What do you call a story about a broken clock? A timeless tale. Classic. I feel the same way you do about Rolex with certain cars. I know at the end of the day it's all cap, but man, do I need me a Range Rover. A GLS 63. Oh my gosh. Man. No, I'm going, okay, let me see where we at. Okay, we got some time. Worked in healthcare, retired 7 years ago. I own a Rolex. Back then, the hospital has a year fundraiser, and my Rolex went to the event. Oh, wow. Wow. Now that's crazy. Man, kudos, bro. Kudos. That kind of give me goosebumps, man. I love hearing that type of stuff, man. That's what I'm gonna tell you something, y'all. At the end of the day, it's one of the reasons why I love doing this. I love going live. I love putting my videos up, and I just enjoy doing this. When I first started doing this, man, you know, it was like the passion for like the community of Invicta collectors and stuff like that. And I still have that passion for people like I did 6 years ago. Today, it's grown considerably. And I like hearing stuff like that, man. Like that is, bro, to give your watch for charity and don't look back, and then you jump on, like, you still collecting watches, man. And that's crazy, man. That's crazy. You don't hear that. That's like one of the first times I've ever heard that, like in this type of setting. And yeah, again, I'm not knocking anybody that's doing YouTube that's talking about all of the high-end watches, and like, because that's content. That's stuff that we deal with. You know, when you get the news, you got to go with it. You know, and if you're a channel that's known for putting out the information first, because it is the content creators, YouTubers, or whatever you want to call them, they do in so many ways. It's like a news station, right? Between Fox, CNN, who's going to put the video out first? And if you got 100,000, 200,000, yeah, you want to be one of the first ones to put it out in a way to like, all right, hey, we got the news, let's go, hurry, let's film right now, and put it out. I get that, man. You know, sometimes you got to slow down though. Or not, you don't have to slow down, because I'll find a channel that shows stuff. Facts. Range Rovers are so desirable. I like Range Rovers. MBNF. I did not. Now you got it's on my radar. Now I'm gonna have to look at it as soon as I get off of here. Love collecting my Zellos watches. Zellos is arguably one of the best web-based brands out there, in my humble opinion, man, because like what the price is in consideration of what all the other watch companies are starting their prices at, I'm like, yo, Zellos is chef's kiss. That thing, designs is crazy. Collecting one brand is admirable. My dad gave me his broken watch. I guess that's what they call a secondhand gift. I made a belt out of a watch. It was a complete waste of time. I don't know where you come up with this stuff, bro. That's crazy. What do you think about Zarek Jump Hour watch? I think it is very interesting. That thing is funky. And I think it's worth having on your wrist just because the way it like is weird. I like it. Most definitely. Your red tails will be in? Okay. You know what? Okay, Jay Jones, I'm glad you reminded me of that. You know, across YouTube, and if somebody's seen something different, you can tell me if I'm wrong. But you guys know there's thousands of different watch brands. I just showed you a Phoebus collaboration, a modified Seiko, right? We have your G-Shock, okay? We have a ball watch on a strap from Amazon, $13. And Constantine White dress watch, Case back front. We have the Glycine Airman, the Chief. All right. We have Bernhardt. I'm just going to recap. There's one watch that I haven't shown you yet. We have our Invicta 1953. And one watch company that the only people I've ever seen review this watch, talk about this watch, are people from the actual company or direct customers from, like, in that community. And that is Talia Twine. This is a company that's based out of Virginia, 757, right? So this is an East Coast brand. It's independent owned, right? It's a black owned company. And I have never, ever, ever, ever seen a YouTuber with over 50,000 subscribers talk about this company at all. I think they are working on their first automatic watch. All the rest of their watches have been quartz, and they go from, I think, like, the ladies' versions are 41 millimeters, the other versions are 46 millimeters. So the makeup would be similar to this. It'll be similar to this. And matter of fact, let's see. Hold on. Let me do something real quick. Let's see here. Talia Twine watches. I'm gonna give you an example of what they actually look like.
Do you have all the stuff that she orders too?
So this is their website. Talia Twine.
Oh yeah, I have all mine.
Because Jay Jones is talking about his red tails
I didn't see jellies on the my for guys.
watch. So
So officially,
let's see here.
I just went with what we actually.
I didn't want that. The Juneteenth watch is $175 for a quartz piece, and I believe they use Miyota quartz movements, which. So that's the watch that Jay Jones got. That's the red tails right there. Tuskegee Airmen, for those that don't know. That watch is $255. I've never seen it in person, but like the still pictures looks amazing. But I have yet, and not like it's weird. It's weird that I've never seen anybody really review this watch. I don't own one yet. I do not own one just yet. That will change though. So that is one, like a world timer. I think it's really dope, really nice. But you see, man, it's like nice little classy watch. But yeah, man, nobody's really fooled with this. And they've been everywhere. They even did a collaboration with Pop-Tarts. They did a collaboration with Pop-Tarts, man. You know, so they're doing their thing. They're killing the game. And there's an actual story about Talia Twine that you can look up yourself on how the company came to be. Yeah, my man just left corporate America and went straight into that. So I'm sure he had coffee cold. I'm sure he had his challenges. Let's see. $50K for that MBNF? Sheesh. Zarek is unique. I would not mind having a Zarek. I like Zarek. Gotta go. All right, JC, appreciate you. My girl's been rewatching Grey's Anatomy. Hate to admit, but this show has some sick watches. Now you're gonna have me going over there looking now just for that. You tried on that Panerai radio mirror, huh? What you think? It was a great fit. I see why, man. I love Panerai, bro. I'm telling you, the Panerai, man. That's it, bro. Panerai was the first watch that I wanted. I assumed it was too big. Have a good one, all meaning to go. All right, swag. Holla at you, brother. I'm about to get a Panerai this week, Trap. Oh, score, yes. Hey man, look, hey, when I do acquire my Panerai, bro, that like I'm taking my whole face off of my banner. And it still won't be Trapvision, but I'm gonna just have that panorama pow right there, man. That is it. So how people gravitate to Rolex and stuff like that, panorama for me is one of the like that design. I love the robustness of it. I just enjoy the watch, man. I do. I love its checkered history with stuff. I do, man. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I love the fact that it's a luxury watch and it doesn't get. And then there's times where I'm like, Panerai, you shouldn't charge as much for a Solida-based movement, but whatever. There are times that money is. I'm not gonna say money's no object when it comes to buying stuff, but like you're gonna get what you like, right? Because if I said, for example, let me show my last watch before we get it, because we be on for an hour. My last watch that means so much to me, and it's not that it's the greatest watch, it's not that like it has the best specifications, but that was my first Longines. I enjoyed like the actual quality on it, right? And like the what's the word I'm looking for? The aesthetics of this watch, man, are just on a level that I'm like, it was really like an experience, because I've always considered Longines to be like just at the top, high end, right? Affordable, high end. But I've always wanted to get into that from a pocket watch. That's what it really wasn't a watch. Longines, I was more interested in Longines because of their pocket watches and what they did back in the 30s. I just love their pocket watches. But I finally got this first one, and it was one of the more expensive watches I bought. And my grandbaby chunked this watch. She chunked it. Threw that sucker. And I was like, oh! And you see the dent right there? That's the dent. That's my grandbaby put that dent in this watch. And this watch can never go anywhere. Special watch. And she just getting used to handling stuff, you know. You gotta teach her. But yeah, man, this watch means a lot. This watch means a lot. And I just love this one. Actually, I'm doing a video, upcoming video when I'm going on my cruise. What watches to take on a cruise? What watches should you take on a cruise, right? I'm putting what I think will be dope, and this is one of them because I'm going swimming. I'm getting in the ocean, y'all. And this is what I'm getting in the ocean with. One of the ones. I'm double wristing that day. So, unfortunately, I can't take this with me because this has been on multiple vacations with me, and I've taken multiple pictures of this watch on vacation with me. So I'm like, I can't take you this time. Sorry. I have to make space for new blood because I'm not taking as many watches I normally take on cruises with me. So this is one that I am definitely taking. This is going with me. Yeah. So love Marcelo watch. Oh, I read that. Yeah. Salute. Okay, I read all that. Radio Mirror, Luminor, in my opinion. Radio Mirror is better than Luminor. I could, you know what? I can rock with that because I like Radio Mirror. I like the Luminor too, but you know, only thing about the Luminor is like once you get, you have the watching, but then you have that, extended, and the Radio Mirror is more functional for me. I do not like the new MBNF. I gotta look at it now, man. Y'all got me. Panorama has a 3-day power reserve. I'm sold. Come to me. Oh, I would just take one nice watch and a cheap Casio and be sure to lose much travel. Yeah, that Crown Guard is aggressive. And who said that? Was it Whitetail? Yeah, I am bringing a few G-Shocks with me. So the watches that I am bringing, majority of them are dive watches. One will be a dress watch because you have formal night on a cruise. So I just want to, and that formal night this year, I normally bring my, I have an Invicta diamond, Pave diamond everywhere. I normally bring that one, but I think I'm going to bring this one this time because this has never been on a cruise with me. So I'm going to break tradition and I'm going to bring, some fun pieces with me. Chinos versus, I just bought some chinos too. Yeah. So, all right, we are hour 4 minutes. And we're gonna stop right there. What do you think, so? Couldn't like the design for themselves. I'm the devil's advocate. So in my humble opinion, and I'm gonna tell you this, and this is based off of conversations I've had because some of my friends have fake watches, right? Buddy mine got a fake a Rolex. He works with clients. They think it's a real Rolex, right? He got it for for the status. He doesn't feel that it's necessary to spend that kind of money on a watch. Now, once we got to talking, and I told him, I said, hey, there's other companies that do this. He said, that's dope. That's cool. I would get into a micro brand. Like, he didn't know about micro brands or independents. He said, but this one got Rolex on it, bro. Got the name Rolex. And, like, it's just the name. It shows that I made it or I'm worth this, that, and the other. And I was like, okay. So, yes, there is a portion of that. When you buy the fake watch, you do want to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do. Some people may just love the aesthetics of having it and they don't want to spend the money. And that's the other thing too, man. It's like, I'm not going to buy a fake piece. I'm just not, and I'm not going to say I have. Years ago, I had some fake watches. Years ago. Like, it is what it is. But, and I know how I felt. I'm like, yeah, man, I got this rolling on, you know what I'm saying? I got this, man, I got this paddock, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, bro, can't play with me. But I was young. It was a phase and got out of it. So I'm not here to judge anybody. But yeah, man, it's like people do want to be accepted, bro. Like, some people don't bother. It don't bother them what you think about what they have on their wrist. Some people they like, I don't care. You don't pay my bills. I didn't ask you for. It's not like, I asked you to buy me a watch or you're giving me a stipend every week for me to buy watches. So then you'll have some say in what I get. But some people like that. Don't bother them one bit. But for other folks, yeah, it do. Yeah, it most certainly do. Clans can't even read the dial. Guessing Homage is the same. Yeah. I got a fake pen ride, but no one in my circle even knows what the brand is. Hey, it be like that, bro. I promise. You mean, listen, man. We're the only. Listen, if you are on this channel and you love watches, you enjoy watches, we're different. We're a very unique group. We're a very niche group of people. There's not a lot of us out there, and so you're not going through. And people don't just wrist check. They don't care. They don't pay attention to what's on your wrist. If somebody pays attention to what's on your wrist, you pretty sure 9 times out of 10 they're a watch enthusiast. They're a fanatic about it, right? So yeah, but for the most part, anybody. And then even if they can spot you being fake, what's the chances of a stranger coming and be like, hey man, why you got that fake Rolex on? You a fake, you a fraud, you a phony, man, you a poser, bro. Ain't nobody just doing that stuff, man. Come on, bro. I've never seen it. Somebody may dare to do it, but yeah, man. Like, just whatever you got on your wrist, man, enjoy it, man, and that's what it is. If you are one of those that you are affected by what people think, you have some work to do. I promise you do. I promise you do, because like that's a hindrance to you. That is an unnecessary stress if you think about it. If you're more concerned about, you know what I'm saying, you don't even know who you are as a person. You got to know who you are and be comfortable in the skin that you're in. And if you do, right, regardless of what, like, hey, like, it's a no, don't buy a fake watch. It's your money. Nobody can tell you what to do. Can't nobody tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? Unless if you bought a fake watch and it's against the law where you live at, then that's something else. You know what I'm saying? You're a lawbreaker. You know what I'm saying? You should at least abide by the rules of your land wherever you live at. But for the most part, man, if you are really bothered by people, and I'm no therapist, nothing like that, man. If you got to check yourself out. Mental health is for real. You do have to take care of that, man. I'm a huge advocate of that. But yeah, man, think about it for a second. If you like, man, I buy this watch so I can be accepted. You don't want to be accepted by that crowd because they're gonna chew you up, man. I promise, they're gonna chew you up. They're not gonna respect you at all. They be like, and then you're gonna be in worse shape because now they didn't accept you, or maybe they be like, hey, come around, so now you the pun of every joke. Oh no, heck no, don't do it. Hey man, bro, no problem, man. Like, and yeah, it's not a flex. If you enjoy it, man, wear it, rock it, man. Because I'm sure you look down like, I do that with every piece that I just showed. I'm like, I just showed a bunch of watches. I almost dropped it. I show all these watches I have right here. I enjoy every last one of these watches, man. Like these are like, they have so many stories. And I'll take a page out of, as I close, I'll take a page out of Bryce. Bryce is the owner, or one half of the owner of PA Jewelers. And they redid a barn that's in Brownsburg, Indiana. And this barn, I think he said it was founded or built in 1888, right? And if the walls could talk, the stories that this building would have would be phenomenal. It's crazy, and it's right there on the main drag. So like, it has seen everything. That building was nothing but farmland around it. There's only a few select places that you can find the topographical map of the area that he's currently living in or working out of. So, two, right here on my channel, if each one of these watches can talk, the stories that they have, this one has a story, man, just for having me becoming a grandfather, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the newest thing, but like, yes, it has a story already. You know what I mean? Like, this watch is pre-owned, right? What was this watch like before I got it? What was the person, the user of this watch? What was their lifestyle like? What did they do? I have no idea, man. But so if these watches can talk, you know, like, bro, you got stories, man. So you gotta enjoy life. That's it. So with that being said, man, we out of here, because I'll be here for another 30, 40 minutes talking, y'all. Y'all know I love talking. So I'm out of here. That champagne one is class. Yeah, that's that's it. Orient. I like Orient too. The red dial. This one is the hand. About to say hand heart. I'm sorry, I don't have a hand heart yet. Bernhardt. This is the Bernhardt. It's an independent company out of, was it North Point, North Carolina? 20 years old. This company is old. This company is just as old as YouTube. The owner of this watch company actually passed away, and is being run by the mother or the wife and son, Mr. Phillip, and then Mike is a great representative of them. So, all right, I'm out of here. Appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. Be looking out, man. My Timeless Indiana series will continue. I'll be out in, hey, how you doing? I'll be out in Tippecanoe County, which is part of Indiana for those that don't know. Purdue, you know what I'm saying? Black and gold. All right, so, hey, to the next lightning strike, man. Y'all be blessed. Appreciate y'all for watching.